A middle-aged couple finds their faith tested on the rocky road to creating a family.
We just decided if I turned 44 and we still hadn't become pregnant, we would seek other means.
But when their prayers are finally answered, this family wrestles with bigger challenges than they ever thought possible.
It's a leap of faith, and we might say an extra big leap of faith.
Next on Adoption Stories.
It's about finding our children and bringing them home.
Come on, Edie, let's go for a walk.
Kathy and Jeff Wildrick of Dunellen, New Jersey, have always enjoyed adventure in their life. Now in their mid-40s, they're taking their most extraordinary journey yet, to build a family and give 3 children a home in America.
I don't know if we have any idea what we're getting into or not. We've not been parents before, but our dream was to adopt older children, and we look forward to it soon coming true.
Their adoption story began 9 years ago, when Jeff, a pastor in a small New Jersey town, met Kathy on a blind date. One thing that immediately caught his attention was her passion for Latin America.
I'm an editor and studied Spanish in school, and as an editor got to do some traveling, especially in Central America, and developed a real love for the language, the culture, the people of Central America.
Kathy and Jeff's relationship grew into a romance, and 2 years later, they were married.
One of the first things we did was to travel to Costa Rica, and I began to fall in love with Central America and Latin America.
During their travels, the Wildricks discovered a shared love for children.
The children that I saw there always won my heart, and I took lots of pictures of them.
Longing for their own children, the Wildricks decided to start a family. However, with Kathy already in her 40s, they knew it might be difficult to conceive.
There was not a lot of agony through that whole period. There was disappointment, there was hope, there was rethinking. God had prepared our hearts to readily be open to other children.
When Kathy turned 44, they decided to stop trying to have a biological child and began actively pursuing adoption.
There are beautiful children all over the world, but just for our particular circumstances and the direction of our lives and the love of our hearts, we chose Latin America.
While traveling together on another trip to Central America, Kathy and Jeff thought their prayers had been answered.
We met 2 little boys on a missions trip to Nicaragua and fell in love with them.
Hola, hola.
And at one point we hoped that we'd be able to bring them back to the United States.
But when the Nicaraguan government denied the boys' adoption, the Wildricks left broken-hearted.
What we learned from that was that we were absolutely certain that we wanted to bring children into our family and into our home.
Hey, hon, come look at this.
We were looking at pictures of waiting children in Latin America and clicked on the link, and it brought us to Commonwealth Adoptions.
Once we got the translation, we sent it to the family.
Commonwealth Adoptions specializes in placing children from foreign countries. Raul Velez is the director of the Colombian program.
Families come to us with their ideas, and we have to address them and walk with them towards the complete process. We put them in contact with different families, and we're always available for their questions in order that they feel as comfortable as possible.
As the Wildricks learned more about adoption, they decided to request a sibling group.
When I thought of just adopting one child, it felt like a lonely situation for the child. And given our ages, we were probably going to only adopt once. So we felt like 2 children was a good choice.
6 months later, the Wildricks got the phone call they had been waiting for. But the news was even bigger than they expected.
They said that they had not 2, but 3 children that they'd like us to consider.
At the Chiquitinas orphanage in Cali, Colombia, The agency found 3 siblings, Natalia and Johnny, twins 7 years of age, and their 5-year-old sister, Angela.
Wow, I would instantly be a mother of 3 children. Beautiful.
Adopting 3 children was a bigger undertaking than the Wildricks had planned on. But after some discussion, Kathy and Jeff accepted the challenge.
It's a leap of faith, and we might say an extra big leap of faith. But we feel good about these children, and we're very much looking forward to meeting them and loving them and bringing them into our family. I still have a lot of those dolls, and some of them I'm going to let my new daughters play with.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months since they received the call from the agency. Tomorrow, the Wildricks leave for Cali, Colombia. Kathy's mother, Shelley, anxiously awaits the arrival of her first grandchildren.
The fact that they aren't from my own family, that they come from South America, doesn't make any difference. They'll be children, and I'd love them just the same.
Here are their bathing suits.
Oh, look at these little suits.
Thanks to
In
a
less than
wonderful
12
friend.
hours, Kathy and Jeff will begin their 3,800-mile journey to South America. There they will meet their 3 new children for the first time and instantly become a family of 5.
And 3 children, 3 niños. I hope they have fun playing with these and imagining their family and their new life.
We can change their lives, and they can change ours.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Kathy and Jeff Wildrick have spent nearly 12 hours traveling from New Jersey to Bogota, Colombia. Today, they continue their journey to the city of Cali, where they will adopt a sibling group of 3 children.
We're feeling excited and quite nervous, eager to get to Cali. For me, it all feels a bit surreal, like this can't actually be happening to us.
I find myself going back and forth between a feeling of real anticipation and excitement and moments of sheer terror. I'm so nervous. It's 7 years with just the 2 of us. And suddenly we're going to have 3 children who we've never met. So that's exciting and joyful and scary and all of those things all at once.
For the Wildricks, the hour-and-a-half flight to Cali is filled with nervous anticipation.
As our plane was landing, we were just both in tears because we realized how close we were to our children. And we're getting very excited.
Kathy and Jeff arrive in Cali the day before they are scheduled to meet the children. After checking in, the couple explores the city with hotel owner Alejandro Casa as their guide.
You can see here, everything is valley here. It's a lot of kilometers from valley, and we have a lot of sugar cane.
This is Colombia, and this is our children's culture. And we want to experience it, we want to continue learning about it so that we can share it with them and they can share it with us.
Cali, the second largest city in Colombia, is nestled in a rich agricultural valley. Many of its nearly 2 million people live in extreme poverty in shanty settlements.
I think about the children we've come to adopt. Where they lived was probably someplace like this before they came to Chiquitines.
Yeah, this is the place
very
where
poor.
most of the mothers, the biological mothers of the children live. That's the conditions. They don't have any kind of money or way to support the children.
We don't know much
because
about
they live
the
in this kind of
background of our
situation.
children. We know that they were poor. We know that their mother couldn't care for them, but she loved them and wanted them to be able to be cared for. So when I see the children on the streets today, it makes me think of our children. I can't save them all, can't love them all, but these three we fell in love with the first time we saw their picture, and we can change their lives, and they can change ours.
While the Wildricks tour Cali, across town, Angela, Natalia, and Johnny play with their friends at the orphanage, just like any other day. They won't be told their parents are coming until tomorrow. Agatha Leon, the director of Chiquitinas, knows how excited they'll be.
They're wonderful children. They're very lively children, very energetic. They very much want a family. They really want to have a father and a mother.
Chiquitinas, which means little ones in Spanish, houses 46 children between 2 and 11 and 30 babies. Most of these children are victims of poverty. Their mothers entrusted them to the orphanage, hoping to give them a better life.
The good part is the quality attention the children receive. The children live there and they receive schooling, medical assistance, educational assistance, psychological assistance. The bad thing is that an institution is an institutional setting, and that will never replace life with a family.
Back at their hotel, the Wildricks prepare for the children.
The airplane. And the truck for...
And he's gonna love this.
Yeah.
It turns into something like 8 different trucks if he moves the wheels around. I think it's probably gonna drive us crazy. And we brought a bunch of things to give to the kids that are gonna try that we hope will help to get them ready for coming up to the United States and to have a good time with them while we're here too.
Video. Where's the other video?
I think every adoptive parent's dream when you first start the process of adopting is that you're gonna walk into the room and the children are gonna see you and run to you at top speed and yell, "Mommy, Daddy," and give you great big hugs. And if that happens, that'll be just the most wonderful thing. They are just so beautiful, so wonderful. When I woke up this morning, I looked over and saw the extra beds in the bedroom, and I thought, oh my goodness.
Tonight they're going to be full.
In the Colombian city of Cali, Kathy and Jeff Wildrick are preparing to meet the 3 children who will soon become a part of their family. They take a moment to give thanks.
Thank you so much. Guide us every step today. Learn what we need to learn, do what we need to do, but most of all, to begin being great parents for these 3 precious children. I love you. Just for you.
Oh.
Let me read it out loud.
Happy Mother's Day. To the world's newest and greatest mom.
We've never been parents before. And all of a sudden, we're going to be parents of 3 children. So I feel like today's a day to be a sponge, to just soak in as much information as we possibly can.
Usually Angela goes to bed first at 7, as Elvira told you, and then Johnny and Natalia go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Before leaving for the orphanage, Kathy and Jeff meet with director Agatha Leon and her staff at the hotel.
We want you to know that the children are very happy, but of course they're also very nervous. They don't know that you're here. If we had told them that you were arriving yesterday, they would have been extremely anxious about it, and then they wouldn't be able to sleep, and then if for some reason the flight got delayed or canceled or whatever, what kind of explanation would we have to give them? Do you have any questions there?
Any questions? No, sounds very thorough.
Very thorough. Once we've tried to do this, we'll have many, many questions.
Meanwhile, at the orphanage, the children now know their new parents are on their way, and they want to look their best. Today, they will say goodbye to everything they have known and start a new life with the Wildricks.
They say they're happy, they're good, they feel great because Papa and Mom are here. They're coming today for them.
Papa y Papa.
Papa y
Yo me
Mamá.
recuerdo cómo se llama Papa y Mamá.
Kathy and Jeff arrive at Chiquitinas, and Agatha brings them into the room where the meeting will take place.
We are just minutes away from meeting our children for the very first time, and we are so excited, and the butterflies are going like crazy in my stomach.
We were told that they're very excited too. They've just been told about an hour ago that their parents were here. So.
And we're their parents, you know?
And that was us. I expect that they'll come through the door, and after that, I don't know. I hope they'll want to come up to us and give us hugs. If they don't, that's okay. If they're feeling a little shy, that's okay too. We'll let them come as they want to.
Hola. They are tiny. Hola. Gracias. Qué bonitos. Hola. Hola.
Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Muy bien.
Habla inglés, ¿sí?
Seeing the three of them walk in to the room, holding flowers for us, and seeing how excited they were, seeing how easily they call us mommy and papi, is just really neat.
Congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I will miss them because they're lovely children, but I know this is the best for them. I'm very happy.
Before the Wildricks leave with their children, they complete some final paperwork.
The obligations are that you must take care of the children from this moment on in all the aspects of their emotional, moral, and economic life.
I'm ready to sign.
Okay, where are our kids? They're gone already.
They are just so beautiful, so wonderful, and when they walked into the room and said, Papi, Papi, and Mommy, Mommy, it was like our dreams coming true.
They ran right out here.
They're ready.
And they're great. I don't know how we're going to keep up with them, but we'll do our best.
Ciao. Oh, Johnny!
Back at the Wildricks Hotel, they get their first chance to be together as a family.
I was expecting energetic kids, but you just never know what that energy actually is like until you experience it.
And I understand about every fifth word that they say, and I understand their hugs and their laughter and all of that. We're having a wonderful time. Oh, yes.
This party of 5 will spend 2 more weeks in Colombia getting to know each other. Then they'll head north to start their new life in the United States.
There'll be a lot of transitions for them, but we're told that they are children who are eager to let go of their past and be happy in the present and the future.
Every day has some wonderful gifts.
Almost a month has passed since Kathy and Jeff Wildrick returned to New Jersey from Cali, Colombia with their 3 adopted children. 7-year-old twins, Johnny and Natalia, and their 5-year-old sister, Anela. Balancing the demands of 3 children has been both joyous and a bit of a challenge for this middle-aged couple.
We're a family in transition. Everything's new for us, everything's new for the kids, and that presents all kinds of wonderful possibilities.
I think that doing an older child international adoption is not for the timid at heart. It is definitely the most challenging thing that I've ever done.
Every day is a new challenge. Every day has some wonderful gifts when one of our children comes up with no particular reason and says, I love you. It's wonderful. So every day is a challenge, but each day seems to be a little bit easier perhaps than the day before.
And then help it through a little bit.
7. 7.
Good job.
Very nice.
Johnny's
Very
turn.
Nice.
One of the biggest adjustments for the children is attending a school where most of the kids speak only English. To ease the transition, they receive additional help learning the language.
Wow, very nice.
G.
Girl. They've only been here for a few weeks. I'm sure they'll do very well. From past experience, children learn English very quickly, much more quickly than adults do. Did you find an A? Where is there an A? Do we have A's? She found. Oh, you did. You found an A.
Fortunately, Johnny, Natalia, and Angela have each other through the dramatic life change.
Everything else is so new, but they know each other and they're familiar to each other. So I think that must provide them a sense of stability. I'm very grateful that they have each other.
Being new parents of 3 energetic children can be demanding, but Kathy and Jeff are devoted to providing a safe and loving future for them.
I think the most important gift we can give these children is unconditional love.
Yeah, Papi.
Okay, oh, where's Johnny? I'm looking for Johnny. Where could he be?
Everybody in this family is learning from everybody else in this family. The children are teaching us how to be parents. We're teaching them how to be children who live in a family.
Each day we have to say again, yes, these are our children, we love them, and we will forever be their parents. That's what they need, and that's what we want to be for them.